Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Global Lab Patch Notes reading for August 14th. So, as we all know, next week is a big week for the NAEU servers, and I guess everywhere else, to be honest, because we have Edania, the Demon Land, coming out, and got a lot of big stuff. Sovereign Weapon, or Offhand, new region, and a lot of stat changes for everything. So, let's just get right into it. Before we start, I want to say, if you want to read this yourself, I can leave a link into the description for all this, and it's just translated from Korean to English, so make it make sense. Anyway, the main event, Demon World Edania. Let's get started. Okay, so if you have not done the pre-quest that's already live, you should probably do that like right now just to get started with it. New main story, talk to the Black Spirit, do the quest, get all the stuff done in advance. If you have the title, you can start with the main quest right away. I assume this is doing the Ataraxan quest, and just start doing that now. Okay, new adventure journal. I pray that these adventure journals are not tedious, and especially for all of you people like not at the end game, because Edania is an end game spot. I just hope that people can do this early, no matter what gear you're at. I just hope the story is accessible to most people, but like I know it's an end game spot, so hopefully the grind spots and bosses stay where they are at, but people can do the story at least. Okay, so let's see. Progression, adventure journal order 1, 2, 3. Basically just do the bosses in order. I think they mentioned there are 3 different bosses, so you have to obviously do them in order. All right, so new regions. I guess like new stories. These look like those regions for the castle stuff, so I assume more node wars and sieges are going to happen in the future. But let's see. Rare legacies. You'll explore different regions, get special rewards. You know, for everyone who has Tet Fallen God armors, we can go past that, and that's what it's going to be, I assume. An abyssal well appeared in Edania. Yeah, it should. And you can basically travel from mainland, Demon Land, through the well, as expected. All right, so through the Edania boss subjugation, you'll be finally able to fight the bosses from the story. These 3. Very cool. There's new PvP adventures. I'm excited for that, actually. I read a little bit about the PvP stuff, and I'm like, ooh, I'm excited. Let's do this. So, how to enter Edania leader subjugation. Do an NPC into castle. Here are the 3 bosses. And that's pretty cool. Like, the fact that they're telling us all the stats already is pretty awesome. So, let's see where everyone is at. If you can do like Calamity 9 and 10s now, you should be able to do the first one, which is 350, 427. 427 is full tri-armors, and they're going to give everyone, I think 1 more DP going forward with some upcoming changes. And you also have to have a pen Black Star Offhand, that is, at very minimum. So that's how you get 3 or 427. Everyone else for 440 is going to be Sovereign Offhand and upgraded. And 385, I assume 385, 445 is Oct Sovereign Offhand. Full, probably going to be like full Tet Fallen God or Edania upgrades with that one. So I assume this is basically super endgame. You basically have full maxed out gear. And then this one is probably Sovereign Offhand with try to pen upgrades. And this one is like Oct and up. So literally the 1% is here. People who are more or less geared, day 1, getting like pen Sovereign Offhand will be able to do this one. And this one should be obtainable day 1 for endgame players. So that's where I'm assuming everything is going to happen, and I'll be doing it day one. So if you're interested in watching it, we got this covered. All right, so weekly bosses. We're doing the highest tier we can do. So you can only accept and complete one of the weekly quests listed below every week. Let's see, what do you get? So this is the entry level, Jewel of the Beginning, and Perfumes, Capris, boxes. So we're already past this one. What we're going to be looking at is the second one, because I think I should be able to match this on day one. Silent, Primordial Crystal, and Distorted. What does that mean? I don't know, but this is like the weekly thing, but the better version. So we're going to be doing that one. And Edania and Crystallized Auras. Half of this, we don't really know what they do unless it tells us down below, but our goal is primarily to do all of this one, but I don't think I can get Oct on day one. We'll leave that to the other 1% of the players who can, and then we'll figure that out. Okay, Edania's Throne. A new PvP mode has begun. It's a free-for-all in the castle. Yeah, so you guys know in Red Battlefield, they have the Garmoth Arena. It's kind of like that, but free-for-all, and it looks nicer and not the Garmoth map. I never understood how they messed up the Garmoth RBF so badly. All they had to do was like shrink it down a little bit and not add those power-up buffs that used to be there. And then it would have been great. But they did not do that. Okay, anyway, going into PvP mode, Thursday to Sunday. That is such a wild thing. Sundays at 7 p.m. Can I make that? Maybe some weeks I can. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try to do my best to make a video of it. Basically apply for it, and if you have 355 to 360 AP, 430, I meet those requirements. And then highest combined attack and defense used each of them. We're going to have to read more about that, but I plan to make a video of that at some point. And then more just like time and information that I assume will be updated as we get there. Progress notes. For that, during the duel, adventure will proceed with what equipment you should be wearing. Yeah, that means you don't go in with life skill gear and life skill crystals. You use what... Make sure to prep before you hit that apply button. Yeah, it feels like it's just RBF, but different. Okay, so you can check the class's levels and UI. So basically, all of this is going to be Sage, Zerkers, Witches and Wizards, Hash, Strikers, Mystics, and everyone. You see how it says level 64? You're going to be level 66 or 66 and up. And that's all you're going to see. So cross out all of these things except for Zerker. Yeah, Warriors are good too. But yeah, Zerkers, Sages, Hashes. Those are the ones that matter. Anyway. So free-for-all arena. Very cool. I'm excited to try it out. Competition. Progress method. Okay. Let's see the rewards. That's what matters. Okay, well, hunting ground and monsters. Okay, so for all of you PvEers out there, what kind of grind spot? Ooh, that actually looks kind of good, though. It looks really nice. We need a new spot to grind that isn't Ulakita and then, like, mentally draining. So, yeah. Something new. Maybe, like, a city-themed setting. That would be kind of nice. As long as no more deserts, please. and we'll be good. All right, so AP 350, 1565 cleared. We're doing this day one. Recommended defense 427, 615 easy. Well, not really easy, but I can do it. So we'll make a video so we'll know what to expect. All of these fragments, I have no idea what they do, but I see demos, so that's good. And the trash loot is going to be worth 105k, so basically like Olin's, kinda. And titles for clearing. I assume these are just going to be, you know, translated from Korean to English, like a new version when they come out. So hopefully they're cooler than flapping. But, you know, it is what it is. Imagine killing 30,000 of these and getting a title called flapping, and then it literally makes 0 sense. But okay. New grind spot. It's kind of like, what are these? The Nagas, and then like rock form. Okay, 370 AP, a little bit scary. 440 DP. I should be able to do this. You know, the first week. Like, I'm already sovereign, offhand prepared. I have about 100 billion, whatever that means. Whether we get RNG carried or not, we'll be able to do this. The first week. More crystals, primordial fragments. I assume these are reforged crystals, trash loot, or whatever stuff to make new crystals. As far as I understand, it's going to have species damage for Edania, so that's cool. And titles. We'll wait for the official English translated one. And a scary grind spot. 380 and up with 760. Yeah. We'll be there. Maybe the first month. Hopefully. We'll see how RNG goes on our sovereign enhancing. Alright, so new armors. That's okay. So seems like the first one you should upgrade is probably, let's see. We look at the yellow text just because, like, I assume this is like health and all that stuff. Admittedly, we're gonna have to just look it up next week when it comes to the live server. But in terms of numbers, it looks like this is a set bonus. This is what it gives in effect. So, more survivability. This one is probably resistances and like stamina. So I guess the armor first, and then everything else, like chest piece armor. So this is the what you look like. That's not bad. It looks like the what is the other armor that you use the leaves to grind for, but kind of cooler. Let's be honest, as much as it looks cool, everyone is going to continue using their outfits that they paid for with pearls anyway. But I do like it. I wish they showed us a higher quality screenshot than this one, but I mean, it doesn't look bad actually. Like, I like it. It fits the Dark Knight theme, but I don't know about like shies and everything, but Dark Knights would probably look good in this. All right, so how do you upgrade? Weeping is Tet. And one Edania fragment. And then, yeah, basically one Edania fragment plus a Tet equals new armor. Hopefully that's not too extreme to get, and it's literally just a weekly thing, but hopefully it's not too bad. Otherwise, well, we're gonna have to go back to grinding. Sorry, people who enjoy fishing. We'll actually have to play the game again. I understand. All right, so for like the 7 players out there with obliterating armors, which is Pen Fallen God, you can just exchange. So this, okay, so let's see. What did they say? Anyone with obliterating, once again, Pen Fallen God. There's probably like what, less than 100 people and all the servers that have it. But let's see. Obliterating is if they give more like a Nov, Nox, Nov. And now you'll be okay, cool. So basically, all the players you get it, you already have the end game stuff. So good for you. For all the people who hit the 0.002%, you just skip the entire enhancing process. Very cool. Let's see, how much armor do you go up for what it's worth? Let's see, Fallen God obliterating is probably like what, 2 trillion silver according to market value. It's definitely worth a lot more. And you go up 8 DP and like probably 430 HP. This is probably some like DR or evasion, stamina, and probably the other bonuses. But yeah, that's actually a pretty big chunk of gear upgrades for everyone who has that early on. Oh, I see how it says 85. That's not 1,000, so we're doing great. Yeah, so yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's see. Stats on the armor. +1 defense and evasion per level. So there's like +2 gear score every time. So yeah, like I guess this accurately. Health, DR. All right, yep. So I guess it doesn't really matter which one you go for first. I guess the one you pick is the one that looks visually the most nice, which is probably the chest armor. Then there's everything else. So yeah, as far as I understand, these are going up +1. And then, yeah, all of these are the same. It's just what is the starting point? Which one do you get first visually? All right, so to strengthen Edania's armor, you need Edania Blackstone, 1 fragment. Oh, so getting the fragments is free, right? Yeah, you only need 1 fragment to upgrade. So, yeah, these should be free, but if you need the upgrade materials, that's where things get kind of crazy. I should probably start saving Capra stones. I have enough for Sovereign, but I should probably start saving more. All right, let's look at the enhancement rates. Up until Oct is where it's kind of okay. I would say honestly, once you getting to Pen should be pretty easy. Going to Oct might, be a little bit tougher, but not terrible. And then Nov and Deck are actually insane. But hey, getting all of this looks a lot easier than hitting obliterating. Like, I think if you got a Pen Fallen God, they should just give you Deck. Not even gonna lie, because looking at these stacks, like a 2%, 1%, that's significantly less than 1,000 clicks. Yeah, and like all of these, yeah, honestly, if you have obliterating, they should just give you Deck. Like what this one already. So let's see. You glow red when you have the set. I'm not gonna lie, base to Pen, it looks the same. Oh, so what's the difference is like the smoke coming out, and then this one obviously glows red. It's different, but I think it would look good on Dark Knight. I just don't know about the other classes. I guess we'll see, but hey, I'm happy for that. It's cool. Yeah, I guess depending on how good or bad my RNG is on day 1, we might be able to get all of this. I should probably start saving. Let's see. Well, actually, these are weeklies, right? So we can upgrade to Sovereign offhand just fine, but these are like limited. Prevents ancient armor reinforcement decrease ancient crystal. That's a lot of words. An item called Primetime Crystal has been added to prevent the enhancement level from decreasing when the ancient armor fails. Yeah, I thought we called those Cronstones, but okay, they have another Cronstone V2. Very cool. The primal crystal of desire cannot be traded on the exchange, but can be sold to NPC vendors. Now, why would you want to do that? You literally prevents downgrades. That's good. Anyway, no one's going to sell it to a vendor for probably the first 6 months to a year, and then after everyone gets their decks, and then we'll see what happens. Crystals from each like grind spot or boss, turn them into bigger crystal. Unified goods, cool. Excuse me, what are these? The selling price of the final crystals are as followed. That one's expensive. Well, all right, let me see. What in the world? Where are we? Hold on. I was like, wait a second. What is that? Okay, anyway, we saw all this. Sovereign Offhand. Most of us are prepared for it. We got 2 extra months, and we should be good to go. Twilight Jewel, 20,000 Capris. 20,000 Capris, 100 magic fragments, easy. And then Jewel of the Beginning is for the people who go this route, like the long-term one. All right, so where to get it is the same spot you got your first 2 sovereigns, down in Morning Light 2. I don't remember exactly where that is, but it's the same spot. I think we'll figure it out. Just look for where the water is, the water river, and then that's where it is. Yeah, so I'm more or less prepared for Sovereign. Like, I think I could get mine to like Pen on day 1, but we definitely don't have enough to get like Oct and above. But overall, it's not too big of a deal. Let's see. So basically, Sovereign Offhand is a combined of Blackstar and Nuver. So it's like plus 16, 20 AP initially, and then it goes up by like 1 AP every time. So let's see, I'm 362 AP right now, and that's like 33. So it's like 15. I think I'll be going up around 20 AP on day 1. So I should be 380, which allows me to grind all 3 spots earlier, assuming average RNG, and I can actually hit Pen on day 1. So it may be, who knows? We'll see what we can do. So that's cool. I'm looking at around 380 AP on day 1. All right, so enhancement rates. I assume it's going to be the same thing as, your other Sovereign. Yep, I got stacks for days. We're ready. Let's just pray for average RNG. And then, wait, was this really 3%? Going for Oct, is it 3% on a 300 stack? That's kind of crazy, actually. Not gonna lie, I thought it was like at least 4 or 5%. Oh, well, it is what it is. Other items. Okay, so you can improve your Kabuas now with all these things. And what does it do? Plus 3 AP, monster damage, health. And more AP. Okay, so it's just giving everyone more AP for grind spots. That's cool. Actually good. I am set on Kabuas. I have all DR ones. I'm looking for evasion ones now, but, you know, evasion is low priority. So, yeah, you get your pink gumballs now, and those are the upgraded one. That's cool. New light stones, distortion crystals +5. I think I am overcapped. Like, assuming like I do all this on day 1, I might be overcapped, but we will see. So these are probably still good. We'll probably test them out regardless, and then we'll see. Lightstone of Fire. Fire Lightstone. Distortion. Distorted. Who comes up with these names? That's like the same thing, but past tense. What in the world? 5 color, that's the iridescent. I know what the picture looks like. That's it. Okay. Now that's cool. They tell us all this. The amplified lightstone has stronger effects than the original. So kind of like 50% higher or 100% more than before. So now, all you seasonals and newer players, all you have to do is somehow get this one, and you get 1 to 61 in about an hour. Very cool. Maybe even less now. That one is all-out attack. I don't even need to see that, but I can see -15, -25. That is all-out attack. Okay, anyway. So deconstructing all of these gives you X amount of pieces. Oh god, we're gonna need magical shards for days. Dude, this is like the 3rd time in the BDO career where magical shards are gonna go out on the market and go capped at 6 mil each. Again, oh, that's gonna be a while. So, and then you can upgrade your crystals. Wait, are these the same? Still -25. Probably this one's just more health, right? And then all hit power is accuracy. Obtainable alone. Wait, this one didn't even change. This is literally the same thing we have in-game. And then these went from 4 to 7. So we need all of these. Oh, dear God. Ugh. Magic fragments. Good Lord. Guess we're going to have to grind again. I'm not too worried about it. They'll sit on the market in about 1 month. So just go back to grinding. It's not that big of a deal. How to get those. Ooh, new life crystals upgrades with experience and mastery. That's good. New elixirs and perfumes for Edania species damage. That's good. You can combine them with harmony for Edania damage. That looks kind of like the color. It looks kind of good, actually. Like it. Attention to detail. Trace of Nature, Sinner's Blood, I got all that. Old Tree Bark, I told you guys in the node video that I made, you should have that. Okay, all of these are very easy to make, nothing too crazy. Oh, Imperial Delivery. Upgraded perfumes. So this is like Perfume of Courage, and this is Deep Sea, but better. I like that. Those look good. Like the visual picture, it looks really nice. Salka Coral for all of these sailors out there. I think... Oh god, these are going to be so limited. Underwater gathering is so bad. No one likes doing it. I hate it. I'll just pay whatever the price is. Who cares? Okay. New furniture. For Edania stuff. That's cool. Edania nodes. More everything that matters. Oh, yeah. All of these are pretty good. Like, yeah, you should. Remember I told you all these nodes are pretty good. You know how I said ores are good? Timbers, trace of nature, various powders. I told you the high value nodes, and then now they come out with patch notes, and it's like, here, get these nodes. All right, so let's see. Fishers. New fish species. These are irrelevant. Yellow. Over a mil. That's good. These are good. Red grade fish. Only 183. Back to Velia. Yeah, actually, aren't these like... These are probably slightly better than Velia ones, but probably require a larger amount of mastery to get. And, well, probably, no, red is not mastery affected, I don't think. Or if it is, I don't know. But either way, it's probably going to be annoying to do, so we'll figure it out. I'll test it for you guys. Edania collectibles, cool. Yeah, like, I guess everything now in the patch notes is so relevant after we read that, but let's go through it anyway. Okay. Warrior. Numbers get bigger. Tamer. PvP damage adjusted. Big numbers get bigger. Guardian. Yeah, all these are just PvP damage scaling to be what they used to be. Okay, this is the one I care about because my tag is Awusa. All right, let's see. I actually play Awakening. This is my first time playing Awakening Wusa. I've always played Succession. And so learning it has been a skill gap. And let's see. Dude, these numbers barely changed. It's better than before, but it's like the same thing. Okay, did this one number actually bigger? But everything else looks so minimal. Scholar. Number buff. Nothing is going down for all these classes. That's good. So, PvP damage for Dosa. Okay. Wukong. I actually enjoyed Wukong. The only downside is it's just more management. So, like, if you've played Wukong, the gourd thingy that you have to manage. That's just one extra thing that I don't want to do. But other than that, Wukong is a really fun class. So, aside from that. Okay. They're increasing Debo AP, like, on the sheet stat for the item. So for everyone who has all of this, it's +1. That's good. So yeah, for me, everyone with all of this, +1 or 2 AP as of next week for free. I think I'm going to be, assuming I do everything right and I have decent average RNG, I should be lower 380 AP next week. So like +20 something. New node war changes. I'll wait till the real thing comes out to figure that out. UI management. Cool. Krogdalo's instant Excel would disappear. Okay, so today was when we got the tier 11 horse, the all-in-one 3 Krogdalo thing combined. Okay, I just have to say that is one of the lamest things. Like, it's good. Obviously, it's free if you have the Krogdalo Sanctuary. Like, it's better than nothing. But man, I thought they were actually going to come up with like, here, your hard-earned Krogdalo horses are just going to be like a unique horse. But no, it's just a Doom horse until you do something different, then it's different. Whatever. But anyway, that's about it. So yeah, big changes. Good stuff happening next week. Start preparing now, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.